Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. We are just 6 days away from spring practice. 6 days, less than a week. And look, there's a lot of stuff everybody's going to be watching. Everybody's going to have their eyes on Nico. We know that. We realize that. The 5-star quarterback, the $8 million man. Everybody wants to see him go through practice. That's something exciting to watch. There's a big position battle. Who is going to take that offensive tackle position? Who is going to step in and replace Darnell Wright? Got a couple of spots there on the offensive line that people are going to be watching. Dante Thornton coming in at the wide receiver position. A lot of fun stuff to kind of watch as we go into spring practice. But one of the most important position groups out there is in the secondary. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Look, it's no secret. Right. It's no secret that Tennessee's defense, passing defense particularly, struggled a year ago. And I've talked about scoring defense. They did a good job kind of bend but don't break, digging inside the red zone, forcing some turnovers as well. But look, it's no secret Tennessee struggled with passing defense. They were 127th in the country, giving up 289.5 yards per game. Look, there's only a handful of teams worse than Tennessee last year. Vanderbilt, East Carolina, Middle Tennessee, and Arkansas. Not only that, you look at yards per attempt. Tennessee gave up a little over 7 yards per attempt. That's not per completion. That's per attempt. If the other team drops back to pass, Tennessee averaged giving up 7 yards a game. That's not good enough. That's got to be better. It's got to improve. And the interesting thing as we go into spring practice is Tennessee is returning a ton of talent in that secondary. So it's almost one of those questions, can they progress? You're losing Trayvon Flowers. Outside of that, everybody at safety, everybody at star, everybody at corner is back, and you've also got some newcomers. So when you take that experience, can you develop them? A lot of you guys regularly question Willie Martinez. Can he get the job done? Tim Banks himself works with the safeties. Can he get the job done? Can we get enough out of this secondary to take a step? And instead of talking about being ranked for a short amount of time in the college football playoff rankings, actually getting to that college football playoff. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the secondary, but as always, you guys know what to do. Smash that thumbs up just below the video. If you watch the videos, you watch the live streams, you enjoy the content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. It is quick, free, easy. It does help the channel. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not talking at you. We're talking with you. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that little bell below for notifications. They'll notify your phone anytime we go live or drop a video. Some of you guys in that notification squad, you're here as soon as the video drops, and I appreciate that. Also, don't forget, we're going to be live Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, breaking down the defense as a whole, in a group, as a community. Always a good time. So hope to see you guys in the chat tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Let's talk about it. Let's take a look at the depth chart. This is from ourlads.com. Early predictions for the Tennessee secondary. They've got Gabe Jeudy-Lally, the transfer from BYU. We'll get into him in just a second. And then they've got Danico Slaughter kind of penciled in ahead of Warren Burrell, which is interesting for me because I think Warren Burrell is going to go into the spring as your starting corner. Now, will Danico Slaughter push him? Who will take over? We'll see. We'll see. At the safety position, you got Jalen McCullough and Wesley Walker. I think that's accurate. I think Wesley Walker was recruited in the transfer portal and brought here to play the safety position. Star position, Tamarion McDonald, Christian Charles is who they have penciled in. I've said it time and time again. I don't understand why Brandon Turnage can't get a shot at that star position. But the interesting thing, when the corner position particularly, corner and star is kind of interesting for me because I think the safety position is pretty accurate there on the screen. Again, I think Jalen McCullough, Wesley Walker, I think they're your safeties. I think that's locked down. Maybe not, but we'll see. But the corner position, very, very interesting to me. And again, Tennessee returning everybody that played a year ago. Well, everybody that played productive snaps, meaningful snaps, if you will. Returning all of those guys, plus they added some legitimate dudes in the class of 23. I'm interested to see. It's difficult for a freshman to get on the field and make an impact. But Tennessee recruited some legitimate dudes, Jordan Matthews, Ricky Gibson, Christian Conyer, one of the top players out of the state of Kentucky. Can any of those guys kind of push for playing time at the corner position? You've also got the transfer, Gabe Jeudy-Lally, which, again, we'll get into in just a second. I was reading an article from VAWLS 247. 6 different players actually started, not just played, started at corner a year ago for Tennessee. Obviously, you had Warren Burrell go down with the injury. Danico Slaughter, Brandon Turnage, Kamal Hadden, Christian Charles, Deshaun Rucker, and Christian Harrison got some play time as well. You know, Kamal Hadden is a guy that I think if he can dial it in mentally, if Kamal Hadden can just zone it in, dial it in mentally just a little bit, I think he can be a solid addition in the secondary. I think he's shown the athleticism. I think he's shown the ability. I think most of us got frustrated because we look back to that South Carolina game and Kamal Hadden is getting torched time and time and time again, but he's running that mouth. He's running that trap. Keep your mouth shut. Go get in the huddle, get the play called, and go play defense. Kamal Hadden, I think, can be a good player. Christian Charles shined at time. And that's the thing. When you look at this group, it's a bunch of dudes, right? There's a bunch of dudes in the secondary. But is there that dude in the secondary? Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you? Christian Charles made some plays. Christian Harrison, Deshaun Rucker, Danico Slaughter. They're just dudes. Who's going to grab the bull by the horns? This is what I kept going back to last year. Every time they would trot Warren Burrell out there, and I'm going, what? Man, somebody push this guy. Somebody push Warren Burrell. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel like he's going to lose his job. Just doesn't seem to be the case. Doesn't seem to be the case. Does somebody do that this year? Does one of the freshmen do that this year? I think Gabe Jeudy-Lally is going to do that, and that's a guy I want to jump into and talk a little bit about. Transferred in from BYU. Get the profile up there on the screen. 6'2", 185 pounds. Let's take a look at his production at BYU. His highlights. Played in all 13 games a year ago, starting in 10 of those 13. Recorded 47 tackles, half of a sack, and 7 pass breakups. And that's the stat that grabbed my attention. That's more than any other defensive back on the Tennessee football team. Now, if you go to ESPN and you look at the stats, what ESPN has tracked is passes defended. Now, what that means, what's the difference between a pass breakup and a pass defended? Well, a pass defended just means you're in position. So if the wide receiver drops it, if it's an overthrow, whatever the case may be, you get credit with a pass defended. A pass breakup means the DB actually gets his hand on the ball and makes a play. So a pass breakup, way more big, way more of an impactful play than a pass defended. The most passes defended on the Tennessee football team. Danico Slaughter had 6. Tamarion McDonald had 6. So Gabe Jeudy-Lally had more pass breakups than passes defended by anybody on this Tennessee roster. We talk about the Tim Banks defense wanting to play loose, fast, aggressive, force turnovers. That's what this defense is supposed to be. A year ago, Kamal Hadden, 2 interceptions. Tamarion McDonald, 2 interceptions. Trayvon Flowers had a couple of interceptions. Who is going to step up? That's the question for me with this Tennessee secondary. I think they can improve. I think they can get better. I do. When you have that much experience, if you don't develop, if you don't grow from 2022 to 2023, then that tells me that somebody's not doing their job, whether that's Willie Martinez, Tim Banks, whoever you want to point the finger at, whoever you want to blame, somebody is not doing their job. So who is going to step up? Who is going to rise to the occasion? Who is going to develop? Who is going to improve? I truly believe this secondary can be better in 2023. I do. I like the addition of Gabe Jeudy-Lally. I think you've got some young talent. Can they progress? Can they develop? And can they improve going into 2023? You guys hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. One of the worst passing defenses in the country. Can they take a step and improve in 2023? I want to hear from you. As always, make sure you guys do smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go grab the official merchandise of the Talkin VAWLS Network at bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. The links are also in the description below. Also, if you want to join the channel, if you want to support what we are trying to build around here, hit that join button down below. It's only $1 a month. Almost 20,000 subscribers. If you give $1 a month, we're going to bring you all kinds of fun stuff, more content. Plus, you give me the opportunity to do this full time, and I appreciate that. I'm thankful. I'm grateful to every single member of the channel. And again, on that road to 20,000 subscribers, less than 100. We are less than 100 away from 20,000 subscribers. So if you know somebody that's a Tennessee fan that you think would enjoy the content, hit them up. As Danny White says, text a buddy. Let them know about the Talkin VAWLS Network. Share the videos, retweet, put it on Facebook. Tell an uncle, tell your aunt, tell your cousin. Let somebody know that Talkin VAWLS is for the fans, by the fans, and it is the heartbeat of the Tennessee fan base. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.